What is going on YouTube? Hidden back making another brand new crypto TV episode. In today's video, we are going to be looking at a lot of stuff actually. Not only are we going to be looking at XRP, Ethereum, Bitcoin, as well as the S&P 500, which has been doing incredibly well, as you can see here. We're also going to be looking at two articles and a graph that I want to show you guys. The first article will be in regards to market wrap, which says Bitcoin rises above 38K ahead of the seasonally strong February. And then we also see right here that stocks mount stunning comeback on Monday with Dow closing in the green after earliest 1,000 point loss. And then I also want to show you guys the Bitcoin monthly returns based since I believe 2013. So it's been about 9 years of how each month has been performing year after year after year. And there's some interesting things to talk about in regards to just speculation here, but that's really what we need to look at. But moving forward, you guys can see S&P from our hourly charts that we had opened on, or that we discovered on Friday here that broke us bullish, has now continued to break bullish here up until 4 p.m. yesterday. And you can see it continued to carry prices up. Currently, we're now hitting pretty strong resistance in regards to the relative strength indicator, as well as resistance and the overbought level right here. But there is a good chance right now that this is very short term. We're only looking at the hourly here. So today's video, we're going to take a step back, look at the 4 hour, look at the daily, kind of see where we're going. You can see Bitcoin and some of these other cryptocurrencies, which is really good because the fact that the stock market broke us even higher up yesterday, it's allowed us to move even higher up to really retest the top resistance on most of these falling wedge patterns here. Bitcoin is really trying to break through full steam into this downtrend right here, and hopefully today, we managed to actually close above there and show signs of potential swings and recovery. Ethereum actually just started to do that. We've managed to close above here. We might be able to tweak this ever so slightly though, just to make a little more sense here. But still, I feel like we're still above here. We can move it even higher. And it is a possibility that we could use this in regards to corrections lower. If we start to get rejected here, you can see how this might be more so in shape here. But regardless, we are still testing very strong resistances. We haven't yet broken out just yet. We are retesting them right here, slowly moving out of the oversold markets and starting to recover and climb back up. Only XRP has not seen that. XRP has been flatlined out for over 10 days now, if not 11 days. Sideways consolidation, we do have to talk about that. But with that being said, guys, today's video is brought to us by Moonwalkers right here, which is an extremely new cryptocurrency that we do have to talk about at the end of today's video. They're actually a transparent cryptocurrency, and literally their goal is to pump the coin, but with you guys understanding that and following the pump up, and then obviously selling off at the top, moving back down. More information at the end of today's video, but they're not trying to say just buy and hold on for dear life. This is going to be the next Shiba, and you guys get wrecked as as companies do rug pulls. They're not trying to do that. They're trying to do the opposite, be transparent, but get everybody to swing the coin up and then everybody to take profits. So we'll talk more about this at the end of today's episode. With that being said, definitely make sure to smash the like button, turn on post notifications, subscribe, and let's dive into today's episode. So first things first, lots of articles I want to talk about. We'll do that pretty quickly, and then we'll move into these other cryptos. But you can see we're currently at 1.77 trillion global crypto market cap right here. Top 10 cryptocurrencies, everything is up. Solana is up 16.7, XRP 5.3, Polkadot up 10. Everything is doing incredibly well today as markets are starting to swing back upwards. Why are we doing well? Well, if you look at the S&P, we're currently up. I don't know where it shows that. Regardless, yeah, we're up about, it says, I don't even know if that's necessary, but we're up quite a bit. I believe we're up like 1.6, 1.7% since yesterday and the correction we've had here. Maybe if I jump to the daily, we might be able to get a better view of that. The candle shot us up. Yeah, 1.89% was yesterday, and the day before was 2.44. So we did extremely well, and we are starting to consolidate back up, which is really exciting here. We are hitting some pretty strong resistances, and that's something that we do have to talk about, as this is going to be slightly concerning in regards to where we see these cryptocurrencies move to. So moving forward, though, we do have to look at some interesting articles here. So you guys can see that, we'll talk about stocks first. Stock mount stunning comeback on Monday with Dow closing in the green after earlier 1,000 point loss. So yeah, we did fall off quite substantially. The dump actually, corrected us extremely low, extremely quickly from the high of 4,800 points all the way down to 4,500 points. So we're not really doing extremely bad. We're not doing, we're not underperforming in the sense, but we were hitting and we were extremely oversold, which caused reasons to swing back to the upside here. And I just highlighted a few things, which says the recent pullback in risk assets appears overdone, which is saying that the correction that we had was so much fear involved that we might have become oversold too quickly, causing a reversal back up. It says, and a combination of technical indicators approaching oversold territory, sentiment turning bearish suggests we could find final stages of this correction, which is saying that because of the recent pullback is overdone, happened too quickly, and became oversold in technical spaces here, that they're suggesting that this might be the final stages of this correction, and we might start to correct back up as we're currently doing. Although what you have to understand here is that this might only be temporary. Once the fear gauge hits those extremes, the market has a tendency to snap back, even if only temporary. So even though we're starting to correct up and we might be at the bottom because we corrected so quickly into oversold, and we are correcting back up, this is, and I believe this too, I believe this is only temporary and we're probably going to continue to head lower down, but it is a short-term correction up, which gave me good buying opportunities when we were down here. Now, moving forward into this article here, there wasn't much besides this. The Federal Open Market Committee, which sets interest rates, is meeting with expectations that it will not act at the January meeting, but will tee up the first multiple rate hikes starting in March, which we knew. In addition, the Fed is expected to wrap up its monthly asset purchase program that same month. And at this post-meeting news conference, Chairman Jerome Powell also could signal that when the Fed will start to unwind its mammoth balance sheet, which, as you know, is the amount of money, which I believe is like $9 trillion, that they've accumulated here that they need to sell off. Yeah, right here, $9 trillion. Boom, you can see that. But basically, they need to sell that off by selling bonds to the open market as well as increasing rate hikes. So maybe February will actually turn out to be a good month for crypto as we consolidate and slightly move back up. But come March, when the interest rates get revealed, and come March when they start to sell off the balance sheet, then we might see correction lower, which follows along pretty well with the way these markets are moving here. So you can see Bitcoin rises above 38K ahead of seasonally strong February. I just wanted to show you this article. It says February tends to be strong. And then you can see here the chart, which shows you Bitcoin monthly returns year after year since 2013. Notice January, for the most part, of the 9 boxes that we have here, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. Of the 9, there's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. There's 5 of the 9 boxes. So 5 are, bearish and 4 are bullish. There's a chance that we more so will correct downwards here, and that's what happened this month. But moving forward to February here, you can see February tends to be an extremely bullish month. We've had 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 of the 9 candles tend to be extremely bullish. So we might actually see another month of extremely bullish moves, which isn't insane, but 60, 18, 20, 23, 11, and 36, only one was 0.4. So we might actually see prices continue to scale up in between, I'd say, a 10 to 25% chance, or 10 to 25% increase in, right now in February for Bitcoin and these other cryptos. So it's interesting to see how this plays out. So ultimately, maybe long-term for the rest of February, which might take us up to here, back to retest the moving average if we break bullish, we could see that swing here moving forward here. So the good thing is that we managed to break bullish right now. You can see in the 4-hour, not to the moving average just yet, but when you jump to the daily here, this is where things get peculiar. We actually are retesting the moving average, which is an extremely strong and aggressive resistance level. Now, for the most part, we tend to actually trend above it and use this as a means of support, and it becomes very difficult for us to actually break below it here. There has been times where we have done that. So with that being said, guys, moving forward, you can see we are coming back to retest this resistance. And hopefully, fingers crossed, we manage to break back above that and get back inside our ascending fractal here, which would be the ideal scenario for us to continue to consolidate back to the upside here, as we did bounce out of oversold. But we are going to face some resistance, so it might take a couple of days before we can break through this. The ideal, scenario is that we do. But now, how does this affect the rest of the cryptos? You can see on XRP and these other cryptocurrencies here, XRP has been in a sideways consolidation. We pretty much called this, that this needs to pretty much fill out the gap that it's forming here in regards to its massive falling wedge channel. You can see this needs to consolidate and finish suit. And we've been pretty much trading sideways inside a fractal for quite some time, or inside a channel for quite some time now. And we have still a few more days, probably until February 8th to February 9th, to fill this out here, which isn't too much longer. It's about next week, and then we'll get our answers we're looking for here. But we are slowly starting to fill in the gap, and the amount this massive amount of sideways movement does typically tend to break us with extreme volume. Volume has died off tremendously here, and we're trading sideways in between 59 cents and 62 cents here. So at some point, this is going to break. Within XRP and within crypto, we typically do not see sideways consolidation. So this will break very soon. Ideally, I would think it would be at the point of filling in the gap here, completing this, then having to make the decision at the end here. So we'll see what exactly happens. Regardless, we're still in a short position on XRP. So in the event that we do break through our clear price floor and bottom support level, we'll still have that short open to capitalize off a run. But if by some chance we come back up and break through and close above this resistance, it will pretty much trigger our stop loss, which is set a little bit higher up, closer to like 68 cents, about that, a little bit higher. We almost got sold out a couple of days ago here, but I do have a 68 cent stop loss. So if we do retest that, it will break us through this downtrend here, stop us out, we'll at least profit off of our immediate short from 75 cents, and then we'll buy into leverage back to the upside here. The crazy thing is, what appears to have happened is that the S&P is now caught back up to retesting some pretty strong resistance levels. So not only is the S&P currently retesting its moving averages, we have Bitcoin retesting its top resistance, Ethereum retesting its top resistance, and XRP trading sideways. Jumping to the 4-hour on XRP, really nothing too crazy. There is still this massive consolidation standpoint here, clear resistance, and then maybe an uptrend forming, not entirely sure here, but the consolidation is going to end very soon, so we have to just be very patient. You can see this is an extremely strong support level and price floor, and if we can manage to stay above here, we might be able to call a short-term bottom and expect to see 25% runs within February to swing us right back up, maybe not that high, maybe right back up to 79 to 80 cent in that zone here for XRP. Bitcoin and Ethereum as well are in a very critical zone. Not only is the S&P retesting its moving averages here, but we're seeing Bitcoin retest the downtrend, the top of the resistance, and Ethereum doing the same thing. So what happens now? Well, based on previous movements here, if the S&P 500 today manages to open bullish and we can, slowly swing back above here, close us above this resistance level here, break us through this moving average, get us back above this uptrend in yellow here, there's a very big chance it will allow Bitcoin to also break through its falling wedge fractal here, and it will allow Ethereum to break through its falling wedge fractal here, right here. And with that confirmation, there's a much bigger chance that moving forward for February, we should be able to see prices swing us back inside here and slowly start to trend back to where we were, which would allow Bitcoin to swing back above and probably set a target at $48,000, as well as Ethereum closer to $3,600, $3,670. So things are looking really well, but you can see the common similarities between the S&P and the way these major cryptocurrencies are forming. I'm sorry we're not talking much about XRP, but I've been saying it repetitively over and over again. So at this point, if you don't know, I'm sorry that you're not caught up with us. But literally, if we can break through this, we buy in long. If we break through price floor, we continue to short here. We haven't bought into Bitcoin or Ethereum. We're waiting still for the polite confirmation where prices probably swing us back up above 40K, ideally, and close to daily above that. With that confirmed and a breach in this falling wedge fractal to continue to create higher lows, which should be reversing the pattern of lower highs, which you can see is consistent here. We reverse it and start to create higher lows to extend up. That would call the bottom here, and we could then buy in and leverage to the upside. So that's what we're looking for. So really, everything comes down to the S&P. If S&P today moves up like this and closes us here, then we should see Bitcoin move us up here, and we should see Ethereum move us up here. It will move up here, and that will confirm a bullish break. Then moving forward, I can speculate for the rest of February, maybe more so movements in that, and we'll see Bitcoin consolidate back up to here and Ethereum do the same thing. That's the movement here. If the S&P gets rejected and corrects lower and we drop back down, then we're going to see Bitcoin do the same thing, get rejected and fall back down. And Ethereum will do the same thing, where Ethereum will correct, hit resistance and fall back down. Very similar. You can see how they're both also intertwined. So hopefully that makes sense to everybody. I know I'm bouncing all over the place, but that's just me. But hopefully you understand what it is we're waiting for. Only a short position is open on XRP. The other two, we're waiting for confirmation to either breach the pattern or to continue to play out within the same pattern. With that all being said, guys, I do want to talk more about Moonwalkers with you.
All right, guys, I want to give a huge shout out to Moonwalkers for sponsoring today's episode. As with all crypto projects, please do your own research and never invest anything you can't afford to lose. So guys, new to the crypto space is Moonwalkers, a new crypto created by the same team behind Metaballers. And Moonwalkers is not only a hyperdeflationary token rewarding you with BUSD, they are a true moonshot token for those that like hype coins, and with a market cap below $20,000 $100,000 and a massive marketing cap lined up, they might actually do just that. Now, some projects are deceptive and want you to hold onto their token long term, which leads you to get rug pulled as the price crashes and you still have their coins, but the team behind Moonwalkers are as transparent as can be, and their aim is to create a fun hype token with the intention of making the price pump, obviously, as high as possible due to its low market cap and massive marketing, and they don't want you to hold the token to death, but to book profits along the way as they roll out a massive marketing campaign. So not like tokens that sell you a false dream, they want you on their side to ride the wave up with them, and what a wave it promises to be. Now, in their community, they see themselves as a beacon of light in the BSC space, helping each other find and also create gems, and reminding everyone on how good things used to be and still can be. Now, ultimately, as traders themselves, they love being involved in projects with a fun community and massive room for growth, and that is exactly what they bring to you, a project which is basically just fun, basically to cheer people up so they don't find themselves falling into depression with the current state of the markets, which is, dropping quite substantially. However, they do have utility, and their goal is to continue to grow their community group. Now, their community generates revenue via calls, and they always use this for manual buyback and burns of their token, and once their community group is over 1,000 members, they will begin to release sneak peeks of their mind-blowing NFTs, which will be released towards the end of February. And people that are with them from this point on can earn whitelist spots simply by being an active community member, and token supply consists of 10 billion with 4 billion currently burned, and 7% of every token that is bought or sold is taken and redistributed back to the holders, and 3% of every transaction is also allocated to marketing Moonwalkers, and this allows them to fuel their most ambitious projects in service of further rewarding their community. Now, there is also a 3% buyback and burn and a 2% liquidity pool, which means 2% of every transaction is converted into liquidity for PancakeSwap. So guys, for more information on their project, make sure to check out their roadmap, which is on their website. Also, make sure to join their group for updates in regards to marketing, and you can find the links in the description of today's video. Otherwise, huge shout out to Moonwalkers for sponsoring today's episode. As always, make sure to smash the like button, turn on post notifications, subscribe, and I'll see you in tomorrow's video. Peace.